Welcome to Salcedo Paranormal. It is Monday, January 9th, 2023, and today I am covering paranormal news. As always, you can find all the episodes of the show along with links to social media and other ways to contact me at the podcast page. And that is salcedoparanormal.podbean.com. That's SALSIDO paranormal.podbean.com. Always happy to hear from you all, whether you have comments or questions or topic suggestions or stories of paranormal experiences, whether they're your own or from others that you trust. Happy to either read those or have you on the show to talk about them. And I will actually be doing that with a friend of mine once or twice this month as well. So those will be just pre-recorded. Those won't be streams, but they will come out as soon as possible. So just to show that is an option for anyone that is interested. So again, tonight I'm covering paranormal news. I have 5 stories. I've already put them in the chat channel here for everyone to check out. Definitely recommend you all look at these articles, these links, and read these articles on your own, just because there will be details that I miss, and I mainly just summarize these articles when I read them or when I talk about them. So, and then of course there's images as well and videos sometimes. And of course I will include the links on the episode description in the podcast and YouTube feeds. And that way you all can check them out. Thank you all for listening, whether you listen here live or you listen on the podcast or YouTube feeds. I did just want to say recently the podcast and the YouTube feeds reached a couple of major milestones. 4,000 downloads on the podcast feed across the various platforms there, which is really amazing. And then 10,000 views on YouTube total. These are both total. I do not know. I mean, that seems unreal to me in a way. But that all happened because of you all. So thank you all so much for all of your listens and views. I really appreciate it. And also thank you. I want to thank everyone that has been part of the show, either through submitting stories or ideas or even being on the show with me. Again, the show would not be here without you all helping as well. So, yeah, I think that covers everything for now. I already went over the schedule for the week in yesterday's show. So I believe I can just go on with the news stories here. So, and but yeah, thank you all for being here. I see you all in the chat there in the stream. Yeah, 10,000. That is just thank you, Derek. Yeah, I always expected the numbers to be flipped. I always figured the podcast downloads would far exceed the YouTube views, and so I was really surprised as I watched the numbers change and yeah, so really amazing. So thank you all for that. Okay, so I'll get to the articles here. We have a few UFO sightings and a couple of haunted places to talk about tonight. So this first one here is from iHeart.com, actually. And the title says, Texans swear they saw a UFO during New Year's Eve fireworks. And I wanted to share this one because between the article itself and then the views of the people in the area, they're very skeptical about it. And I just really wonder why do we have to write off these sightings? I mean, they're talking here in this article about someone that saw something flying through the sky. They don't give a lot of details about it, but there's apparently a couple of people that claimed they saw strange things in the sky around the time of these fireworks. One person even said they caught something on their their doorbell camera uh, that looked strange. So, but it just really for me, this article brought up a question more than anything else to me, which is, um, can or do UFOs or do other craft, do they use these public events as cover to get around? Um, so, and of course, it goes through all the possible explanations, such as other drones, or basically drones or helicopters, or floating lanterns, and all possibilities. But to me, this was more about the possibility of other things, other objects floating or flying around or floating around out there during fireworks that could go unseen by most people. That then maybe you get one or two reports of, but in general, you're not going to get that many. And then when there are reports of it, there's going to be people that just say, well, you're seeing part of the fireworks, or local craft um, that are just supposed to be there. And so I get tired of the the skepticism, the constant kind of skepticism when it comes to that. But also, obviously, I don't discount that there could be um, these regular explanations for things. So, but let's see here. Looking at the chat, Matt Hall says UFO sightings go up during fireworks shows because everyone is already looking up. Yeah, and I can see that too. And Derek says, or maybe the energy of the event brought them in or something. That could also be true. So, okay. APOC here says, I've seen 2 during fireworks shows. So, yeah, or then Matt Hall, or aliens just love fireworks. One before the show, APOC says, went flying over the river, following it. Wow. Yeah. So that's the thing. I think that just because there's something going on doesn't mean there can't be, or some kind of public event going on with fireworks or whatever, doesn't mean there can't be other strange things going on at the same time. And again, we talked about this too before. I mean, actually, some of us talking about this last night. If there can be energy that is being generated by these big public events that are indoors in stadiums and in concert halls, and all these kinds of places. This is kind of what we were talking about last night in a voice chat. Why can't there be similar energy generation and manipulation and just exchanges going on because of all the focus on outdoor events, just at a maybe larger, wider scale? And yeah, rivers. There you go. Along the river. Yep. So, and that, I think that has something to do with it as well. Again, the transfer of energy along these waterways. So, but yeah, I just want to bring that up, and I mainly because it bothered me, so I had to talk about it. So, there's not much in the article to go on directly. It's just that the way it's written off so easily and quickly without any description of what the people saw, it bothered me. So had to share that one. And that's not even directly anything necessarily to do with the writer themselves. I think that's usually more of the outlets thing as far as their views on all that. So, and even then, that's more of the general population's views in a lot of cases. So, anyway, so that's that first article here. And let's see here. Yeah, so moving on to the second article here. This one says, let's see here. Let me close the first one. So this is from KENS5.com. And this one says the title is Eyewitnesses Record Unknown Object Flying Across the Sky in San Antonio and Hondo? I'm not sure. So this is about a sighting that was reported by I'll just say Kay Allen, that spotted a object flying in the sky, and she took out her phone to record it, and it was moving south, basically, and it was taken just after 5 p.m. as the sun was setting. Kay said it looked like it was going straight down, but it was very far away. So she sent the video to her husband, we'll just say R, and he posted that on social media and found out there are other friends in the area who also saw this. And let's see here. So yeah, there's reports of this object and multiple people claiming to see it. Looking here, they have images, but I'm not seeing much right now, but may just be me. But there's images in the article there for sure. And the picture shows this object flying over a place called Hollywood Park. That's my refrigerator. Sorry about that, if you hear it. So now this says that someone named C. Alexis recorded a video of this same thing, apparently, over 60 miles away in Hondo. And says that the object takes on a red glow across the night sky. And says that R. Allen says that he thinks as the further west you went, the more visible the tail was on it. So, yeah, it was an interesting sighting by multiple people. So, let's see here. And some people have explanations for it, but still amazing sighting. So, yeah, by multiple people there. And that's basically it for that one. So, of course, it's still unexplained, so there could be another article that comes out after this about this sighting. But at least for now, it's technically a UFO. So, so on to the next article here. Just want to check back in the... Yeah, possibly. Let's see here. Just looking back at the chat. Derek says it's tough during the daytime. Yeah. But and then Matt Hall says Texas becoming a UFO hotspot. I really wonder if there is even such a thing as hotspots. If there is, then it's more a hotspot in terms of reports than it is of actual activity at this point. It seems like if you look into any given location, you can find stories of UFOs or other paranormal things going on there at some point in time. But it's possible. It's possible that it is becoming one. I did see a series of articles, and I didn't go into it because it was just basically multiple articles saying the opposite things about Maine, the state of Maine. There's this big debate among different people, different researchers, as to whether or not Maine is or is not a hotspot for sightings. And I didn't pull any articles out because it looked like it was a big kind of a debate, but maybe we'll see. I might do a thing on that at some point. But just several articles talking about that. Official sightings that, reportedly decreasing in Maine. And another article saying this researcher says, that numbers of sightings are going up in Maine. So I think it all just depends. It can depend on sources. But yeah. Derek says, I think it's pretty hot. The population is small, but they see a lot of stuff. All kinds of sightings, and it's basically all woods. Yeah, talking about Maine. Okay, so so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but and there was like I think I saw like 5 or 6 articles talking about this. Maine is or is not, this paranormal or UFO hotspot. So just I think that kind of stuff is just out there. Anyway, so but yeah, thank you all for being here and providing that chat. I really appreciate that. That does help. But anyway, so moving on to the next article here. This one is from Doncaster freepress.co.uk. It says video UFO spotted for a second time over Doncaster has also been seen in France. And I don't know if I'm saying that name of that area correctly. I apologize if I'm not. It says that a reader who spotted an UFO, basically, let's see here, on the morning of January 4th, so just a few days ago, captured the same images, apparently, a day or two later. Let's see here. I don't see a date on this, but I'm also in reader mode, so it may not be in there. But so apparently there's this person seeing this similar thing in multiple on multiple days. And so let me see here. It says it gives off a trail that the witness doesn't think is because of the camera. Not saying what it looked like. This is a problem I have with some articles. They don't really talk about what it looks like. But so possibly 2 UFOs apparently seen in this area, near Conisborough, but moving at different speeds. And apparently this is not just in this area. There's an email that was sent to this same media outlet saying that they didn't have pictures, but they and their husband saw the exact same object in the sky from their place in France. So, and it was at night. So yeah, just neat. Let me see here. I'm not seeing any images in the reader mode, but that could be because it's in reader mode. But apparently there's a video attached, so you all can check that out and go from there. So that's all the UFO sightings. These last couple of articles here are different. But okay, so let's see here. So let me see, looking at the chat here. Derek shared a still image from the video. It looks like a cigar shape, he said. And then, oh, I'm sorry, Matt's house says it looks like a exclamation point, exclamation point maybe. Cigar shaped UFO again. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, multiple sightings in this one area. Those are always amazing when you have people that don't know each other in an area that have sightings at different times, but still within the same time frame of a similar thing. That could be the same thing, possibly. So, yeah, really neat stuff there. This is all just from recently, which is also amazing. And yeah, so that's all the UFO stuff I have for this time. And we'll see what happens next time with that. I always like to share those articles because you never know what patterns you'll find when you do. So, now these last 2 articles are about hotels that are said to be haunted. So, 2 different states. Also, funny again, This is now 3 articles. Let me see here. Yeah, so this is 3 articles here centered around Texas. This is from mix979fm.com. Says Old West Texas Hotel named most haunted place in the state. And this is let's see here. This hotel is known as the Paisano Hotel. I'm not sure if I'm saying that, or El Paisano Hotel. It's located in Marfa. Also interesting because that's there's some strange lights that have been seen in that area. Yeah, the lights, and it says that you can stay at this hotel when you're going to check out those lights, and maybe have an experience there. So this hotel was recently featured apparently in some major television network shows. And looking here at the article, so one of the managers of the hotel, last name is Barg, usually gets reports from guests as they check out about weird things happening there. The more common things that happen there are a feeling of being touched or someone sitting on the bed. And then, but something that happens less frequently is guests seeing apparitions, which kind of tracks in a way. Let's see here. So the sightings are of a woman in a white dress or an old man as well that has been seen there. Mentions the history of the hotel goes back. Construction started in 1929, just days before the stock market crash. So it was a little while, excuse me, before the hotel was finished, about 8 months. And it's also been featured or used in movies. Apparently, the film Giant was that hotel is in part of that place, or was filmed. Excuse me, I can't talk. The hotel was used in that movie, part of that movie. It says that in the 1950s, a lot of Hollywood stars would stay there as well, and so let's see here. That says that there are no reports of any of the famous the Hollywood actors or actresses being seen there as apparitions, but so it's more just commonplace, regular people apparently that are seen there, apparitions. So just another location to add to that list of places all around the country and all around Texas that are said to be haunted, possibly. So let's see here. Let me check on the chat again. And so let's see here. Matt says the older the hotel, the more energy. Yes, definitely. So let's see here. Crew Tower in Cincinnati. Huh. Not sure I'm familiar with that one. So Matt says in the chat, have had many paranormal experiences in hotels. I have yet to actually stay in a hotel in order to have any experiences. Actually, may have to change that someday if possible. But I believe it. I mean, there's so many that's on that list of places: hotels, hospitals. Just sometimes schools, sometimes just it's on that list of places that seems to be theaters, seems to be that kind of place is just really well known for being so many of those places being haunted or having activity there. So yeah, makes sense. So this last article here is from KROC.com. I wonder if they meant that to seem like croc or not. Not sure. But it'd be kind of funny if it was. But so the article title, it says Iowa's oldest and most luxurious hotel is also extremely haunted. So let's see here. This is in regard to looking at. I gotta find the name of the place again, and so let's see here. It's not making it easy on me. But it has pictures here in this location, and there's noises coming from my kitchen. That's always good. So apparently, this is from the point of view of the writer talking about their experiences. Apparently, this is called the Hotel Julian. I found it finally. And I'm scrolling down here. So it was built originally in 1839 under the name of the, not sure how you say this, Waples House, Wapples House, according to the hotel's website. And it was known for basically being a luxury hotel. But unfortunately, there was a fire that burned down a lot of the building, and what was left was taken and rebuilt around that. So the over time, people that have stayed there, as far as famous people, include basically celebrities, many celebrities. Include Abraham Lincoln, Buffalo Bill, Cody, Mark Twain, and even Al Capone. It says the rumor about Capone is that whenever things were getting a little bit chaotic for him in Chicago, he would come to this hotel. I'm not sure how you say the city name here. Dubuque? I'm not sure. Dubuque. No, I'm sorry. Dubuque. That's a hard name to even say in letters. I apologize. So, and then of course there's some people say that he made an underground garage there in near the location to hide his vehicles. So let's see here. So as far as the paranormal activity there go, that there were also reports of activity there. Let me see here. Based on another website that I've used some articles from before. It's called Only in Your State. Guests and staff there have reported seeing a person in vintage clothes floating in the hallways of the top floor. So not walking, but just floating through. Some people even believe, of course, that Al Capone himself haunts the hotel. So now I always wonder about that because it's one of those things where you'd want a celebrity to be in a place like that after they've passed, sort of to get more attention in a way. Not even necessarily the people that own the hotel, but just people that have are into these things might want to be able to say that. So yeah, it doesn't go into a lot of the history of the hauntings, but mainly just apparitions, I guess, here. So yeah, still neat. I would definitely check it out if I could, and it has more information about the hotel and how to. Let's see here. How to. I lost my place here. Anyway, these articles sometimes they go on to other things, so. But yeah, let me see here. All right. I think that's gonna be it. There's other stuff in this article, but it's not arranged the best, so I think I'll let you all check out that on your own. But yeah, so that's basically it for the news tonight. Thank you all for listening. And I'll be back tomorrow with true paranormal stories from the web on the next episode of Salcedo Paranormal. Thank you all. Take care.